Okay, thought I'd take a look at a new pistol I got recently. It's a CZ82. It's a surplus military firearm. I think these are also used by the police in Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia. And had my local dealer order this for me. They got it from Century Arms. It's kind of nice. They give you a lot of accessories with it. You got 2 magazines. You got this nice heavy holster. Has a thumb brake on it. This one happens to be left-handed, which isn't so great for me. So you can see there, it's marked CZ and 82 and 83. This is the CZ82. CZ83 is basically the same pistol as this one, but it has a blued finish where this has a painted finish. And the CZ83 fires at 380 where this is a 9x18 Makarov cartridge. They also give you a extra magazine holder, nice heavy leather one, a cleaning rod, and this lanyard that I suppose the police, if you're a policeman, they would hook that on their belt. Okay, thought I'd take a little closer look at how this gun functions. These magazines are 12-round magazines, and when I got them, they were really dirty inside, so I suggest if you buy one of these CZ82s, these surplus guns, take apart the magazines and clean them. They're really filthy inside. And the gun wasn't very clean either. As you saw, the magazine was empty and chamber is also. It's basically a direct blowback design. Has a fixed barrel. They have a slide lock right here. And this is your safety, which is sort of unique on the CZ82. The safety can only be engaged with the hammer cocked back. So if I release the hammer, can't engage the safety. That's sort of interesting. It's somewhat ambidextrous. The safety is ambidextrous. It has the same on both sides. And the magazine release is also ambidextrous. Same both sides. I kind of like having the magazine on that side. It's just easier to drop the magazine with my middle finger like this and try to, reposition your hand and get at it with your thumb. It's sort of awkward. I can't really hit it. It's easier just to do that. So I kind of like that design. Another sort of interesting thing, hopefully this will show on the camera. Should get my flashlight out here. Has a hammer block, which is that silvery looking thing right there. So you can manually decock this without hitting the firing pin. Right now the hammer is resting on that block. It's right there. See a wiggle when I pull the trigger. So it's a pretty safe gun to carry with one in the chamber. The hammer gets hit, it's not going to hit the firing pin because of that block. And the only way to release for the hammer to hit the firing pin is to pull the trigger. As I was saying earlier, this has a painted finish, and this is pretty typical of what you'll see if you buy one of these surplus firearms. You're going to have some wear on it, holster wear. There's a paint chip on this side too, but I covered it up because serial numbers right there. And this particular one, this will show, says 85 on there. That was the year it was made. The Czechs made these firearms from 1983 to 1993. They were using these. Okay, to break the pistol down for cleaning is pretty easy. Just lock your slide back, drop your magazine out, and you pull down on the trigger guard. Snaps, and you just pull back on the slide and lift a little bit, and it comes right off. And as you can see, it's a fixed barrel. Here's your ejector. Got your recoil spring. Pretty basic. It's all steel gun, so it's fairly heavy. The machining is pretty nice on it. I'd say it's a quality built gun, and it goes together real simply. Okay, thought I'd demonstrate the trigger pull. As you can see, there's nothing in the chamber. Get an empty magazine. So, and this is a double single action, so you can shoot it double action. Trigger pull is pretty smooth. I would say it's probably like between 10 and 12 pounds. Here's the single action pull. Pretty light. See the reset here? Pretty short reset. It's got a nice trigger. Another thing that's kind of unique about these CZ82s, they have polygonal rifling. So it sort of looks like a smooth bore when you look down the barrel. But it has the polygonal rifling in it. And the barrel's all chrome lined. So these are really easy to maintain and keep clean. So before I bought the CZ82, I did a little research on ammunition for it. Price-wise, full metal jacket, they're pretty comparable price-wise to a 9mm Luger. And here's a comparison. Just take a look at the difference between the two. The 9mm Luger is 115 grain. These are both Winchester white box. So you got a 115 grain bullet, and you got a 95 grain bullet with the Makarov cartridge. As you can see, the Makarov cartridge is a little shorter. So those are both Winchester white box ammunition that I just compared. And so I went to the Winchester website, and I was kind of gonna compare, you know, a couple different rounds of more common things like your 38 Special, the 9mm Luger, and the 380. 380 is about the same weight as the Makarov cartridge, and I just highlighted some of the specifications. You got your velocity. So here's your 38 Special. Muzzle velocity 800. These are all Winchester white box full metal jacket. And energy, muzzle energy is 185. Then you got your 9mm Luger at 1190 feet per second and 362 pounds-feet of energy. And then you got your 380, which is a 95 grain, and it travels at 955 feet per second and 190 foot-pounds of energy. So I was kind of wondering how the Makarov cartridge compared. And one thing with these Makarov cartridges, Winchester has their name on them, but what I've heard was they were made by Celler and Belay. And you can see there it says made in the Czech Republic. I think they just relabel them. So I came across this chart. These are all 9x18 Makarov ammunition. And I highlighted a few of the more common ones that you'll see you can buy. So here's the Viace full metal jacket, 95 grain. And muzzle velocity is 1100 feet per second. And muzzle energy 265. So that's a step above your 380. The same weight bullet. Celler and Belay is a pretty common one I've seen. Quite a few of those, and that one travels at just over 1,000 feet per second and 212 foot-pounds of energy. And the Winchester, they didn't have any data on that, but from what I've heard, it's the same as the Celler and Belay. Then you got your Wolf and steel case ammo, and those are traveling at just over 1,000 feet per second and 258 pounds-feet of energy. Okay, another thing, I have this inside the waistband holster, sort of a cheap leather holster I got off of eBay for my Kel-Tec PF9. Fits in there nicely. So I thought I'd try the CZ82 in there, and you know what? Fits nice in there. This is actually a pretty good option for a concealed carry because it's such a compact gun, and it's not, even though it's all steel, it's fairly light. It would be easy to carry. Alright guys, take care.